Last mission. Final boss mode.
Yeah. Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where as always, shit's real, we talk about it. I'm your host for this evening, early evening, Pat Scopian, the New England representative. And as always, I got my man with me. I'm going to let him introduce himself.
Yo, what it do, LB, Lauderdale boss. So, Soul Awards, Shuttleworth to God, Go Artist, RingGangRadio.com in the building.
Yes, sir. Bringing in the house forever and always. And don't worry, bro. It happens to the best of us, bro. I mean, you do it so long, eventually it happens.
It's a Saturday, and we chilling. It's like, I'm fucking up my own name.
You know, and as always, I got my other man with me. I'm going to let him introduce himself.
What up? You already know who this is. Your boy King P, Bodega Boxing in the building, Ring Gang Radio, we the boxing Wu-Tang, and I'm Inspector Deck right now, about to bomb atomically on y'all motherfuckers.
King P. No, I need to sound the alarm or some shit. That nigga came raw with that intro, man. Bodega P, man. You know, and you know he's above ground because he's talking so tough. You know what I'm saying? So, kudos to him. He's taking the day off. To come talk to us, you know what I'm saying? And we appreciate your service keeping the streets of New York, clean and safe for us, bruh.
Yeah, we waiting for the new rats to come in. The old rats been taken away, so.
Oh man, so yeah, basically, we have we're gonna recap the past top ranked cards. I guess I'll start with the one on Tuesday. The Tuesday one, I think, was probably the more interesting one. It has an example of top ranked matchmaking failure. Of course, I am talking about where Andrew Moloney, who has a twin, that we'll talk about a little later, and Andrew Moloney has the regular version of the WBA super flyweight title. Of course, the world champion in that classification is Chocolatito. So basically, Moloney has to beat Josh Franco, who's from Golden Boy. Now, if you watch the Golden Boy DAZN card, Josh Franco, has had a little underrated trilogy with Oscar Negrete, 3 fights, 3 pretty somewhat brutal fights, where he won 1 and there was draws in 2.
This ain't your Winky Bronco McCart series here.
Yeah.
So some real punishment was landed, was dished out, real fades.
Yeah, and on top of this too, Franco is, and this is a type of fight that honestly a fighter. This is one of the positive things where a fighter had fight like this early in their career, and it helps them. But before we get into that particular fight, I mean, there were 3 other fights on there. Top Rank has had some issues where people either not making weight or people accidentally testing positive for COVID, and they get thrown off the card or whatever. The other fight that I thought on paper might be interesting is Christopher Diaz, who's one of their featherweight prospects. I mean, he's had a couple of failed challenges. He lost to Shakur Stevenson, and he lost to Japanese fighter Ito in his other title challenge. So he was trying to get some. He's trying to get some momentum back facing Jason Sanchez. Now, I actually thought that fight would have actually been a bar burner. I was thinking, okay, you got 2 suspect people, and Jason Sanchez is the guy that lost to Oscar Valdez in one of Oscar Valdez's probably his last real comeback fight before he got in trouble again. And he didn't look all that bad, but he did lose clearly, and it was
levels.
Yeah, there were levels. So basically this had to feel like this was a fight for both men that needed to show and prove. And surprisingly, both of them came out and they boxed. I got yes, that's the name of the game. Boxers box or whatever. I was expecting more for them. I don't know about you guys. LB, did you expect anything from this fight?
Yeah, I mean, I expected a little more 2-way action, but Diaz kind of really just controlled that shit.
Yeah, I don't think he took any chances. I was like, you know what? I learned from that Shakur fight. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm gonna keep this jab in his face. I'm gonna keep outboxing him, and I'm gonna let him try to
He
make
did it
something.
aggressively though, because I felt like he kind of beat dude's ass a little bit too. Like
He did.
I don't feel like it was one of those scary outboxing lessons where it's like, okay, I'm a tag Garrett. Like he literally like, all right, I'm gonna just beat you up with the jab, and everything else is gonna come afterwards, and that's what it was. Like he outmoved them, out everything, and the combinations were there, plentiful. It's the type of performance you like to see if it's a one-sided fight where somebody really boxing somebody like they give a damn.
Right. Yeah, and he felt like he was motivated. Like he wasn't sitting around.
Yeah, belted.
Yeah. And then Jason Sanchez, like he kind of faded down the stretch too. But I think he ate so many jabs and clean right hands. It was just like he got demoralized.
And people don't understand, like a good jab will really beat you the fuck up.
Word.
Like that shit just, and especially if you're running into it, like there's something about a jab that just, it's like George Foreman used to say how like if that hard jab hit you, it make your whole back stiffen up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, and God forbid that the fighter that had a jab that they have a jab that feels like a cross or something like that. Then your ass is really in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So
when it comes time to slip that right hand, it's like your back already stiffened up and shit. You ain't slipping shit at that point.
Right, you're just
that's like you don't try to eat jabs to
Yeah, because remember, a jab is a punch. Everyone wants to everyone wants to downplay a jab, but a jab can knock you out too. It's not rare.
A jab can hurt you, beat you up, cut you.
Yeah.
You know what it is, because we're in an era where
people downplay the jab because motherfuckers don't make half of these motherfuckers don't put it to good use. Don't do it.
That's what I was about to say. Like, exactly. You're absolutely correct. Like I don't think we see enough good jabs utilized in boxing.
Mm-hmm.
So when you do see a fighter that's not like an A-lister or an elite guy who's really using the jab and killing it, people just what? This is boring. Change the channel.
Yeah.
And then you get what you get. I mean, then you don't have a jab in your system, and then you're wondering why your ass is getting beat so bad. Why are you cut? Why?
It used to be like everybody, like the top 10 fighters in every division had a world-class jab. Somehow that stopped happening, and you have maybe the top 3 fighters from each division have the best jabs.
Because now people are like, they'd rather just use the jab as bait to set up everything else instead of just using it as an effective punch.
It's that little picking jab where they're like halfway jab.
Yeah, just a flick.
Yeah, the rangefinder jab.
Yeah, it's just which has its place.
If you want to see a real good jab, you got to look at the top pound for pound list. Like, then it's like you're almost kind of guaranteed to see a good jab at that point, but it shouldn't even get to that point.
Word.
So yeah, shout out to Diaz. That was a great jab. Real good improvement from the Shakur Stevenson fight. Like he could really make a case, if he keep winning and looking good, that keep talking his shit. Maybe we could revisit that fight in the future. Who knows?
Facts. Really, that's pure facts. And then also there was another fight in this card, but I'm only highlighting it only because it was hilarious to me. It was the opener with the heavyweights. You had the Mexican fighter who was like 5'7", 290 fucking pounds. Against the guy, this white guy. I think his name was like Adam Stewart, and he was a former football player who lost 60 pounds and he was fighting at 232 pounds. He was 6'6" or some shit like that, 6'5", 6'6". And this is where I always say, sometimes appearances are deceiving, man. Sometimes you just know, just because someone looks the part doesn't mean they are the part. The 5'7", 290 pound Mexican fellow, he was heavier. They say he was in the 300s or some shit like that. Damn. And he was only boxing just to keep himself alive. which sometimes it happens, man. And you think he has like the 7-3 record. The other guy is undefeated. He's like 8-0-1. And I saw, and basically, sometimes people are just big for nothing. And he let the small fighter bully him around, like pretty much. He got in there. He showed the faster hands. He showed that he could actually slip a punch, and the Stewart couldn't do anything. Like he moved forward and he landed some shots here and there, but that's all he did. It was like, man, you're winning. It's like, man, what are they teaching them in these gyms? Like seriously, like
makes you wonder, bruh. Makes you wonder.
Like you're 60 pounds lighter than you. Why you let him outwork you? I thought it was weird, and then of course, he ended up losing. Because he won the 29-pound belt, won a decision. So yeah, I was like, man, that was interesting to watch. It's just like, like wherever gym that guy came out of, they might need to work on him a little more.
Yeah, they got some
a whole lot more.
Yeah, they got summer school.
That guy said, I think they said, he had been active fighting, but I know he took some time off before, but it's just like no one on that side should beat you like that at all.
Because that's the guy with his son is like 16 years old and was like, yo, Dad, why don't you start training again to box, man? You're losing yourself or whatever. Like,
yeah, that's the one.
You let a guy like that beat your ass? Like, come on, bro. Like, you had the damn whole Saturday night sitcom story beat you. That's literally a king and queen storyline. Like, come on.
Yeah, no, it was just absolutely. I thought it was kind of pathetic. I'm like,
it almost makes it seem like really you're looking at it like, damn, if this guy this guy's kid needed to put his foot in his ass a lot sooner. Like,
yeah,
like the dude might be a fringe contender by now.
I mean, if I could, I don't think that dude Stewart even used the jab. I was like, he barely used it, and it's like. You could have probably used the jab. You probably could have jabbed him for 6 rounds and kept him away and won that damn fight.
Yeah.
Because he would have gotten tired from getting hit with the jab and from moving forward like we did. But you let him move forward.
Said something when Logan Paul got a better jab than you.
Yeah. Damn.
I mean, am I lying?
I mean, damn.
I'm not expecting that.
I mean, damn, I know niggas is like, God damn, LB, like he taking no prisoners today, like. Why y'all fuck up his Saturday?
I mean, that's real talk, though. I mean, you can't. I mean, you're not lying, bro. You're really not.
Like, there's something got to be wrong. Like, something's not happening. Like, that just made me laugh. Like, I was just like, that was hilarious just to see that happen. I mean, luckily I don't think that dude is like a prospect, or I don't think he's like a top ranked signee or anything like that. If he was, then you might still fucking up his money or somebody money.
Yeah. Rip up the contract.
Yeah, that's that teacher. The dog ate my homework. Yeah, you just get rid of that contract. You sweep that under the rug. You don't know what happened.
Yeah, that was kind of like, I was only playing. That wasn't real.
Yeah, we was just playing, bro. You good.
Oh, man. So, yeah.
But don't I owe you? Like, if I'm out of... Nah, man, you good. You don't owe me anything.
You good, man. Yeah. Just pick up this. Just take this check, man, for like $300, man. And just get moving, bro.
$300.
I mean, I'm assuming he didn't get paid all that much, because
not even $1,000. Like, male porn stars get paid more than that. Like,
I mean, if I was part of performance, I'm like, listen here, like, there was a $700 like abduction just for losing to this nigga. So
damn, man, damn, Pat, like, have a heart.
No heart today.
I'm thinking like a promoter, bro.
Nah, how you go Nigerian scab this nigga?
Nah. Man, you looking real.
Hey, yo, there was a 700 deduction for you losing to that guy.
No heart. My man's like, you acting like a real Tin Man right now. No heart.
Yo, man. Nah. You know what? If we would have devoted the time and effort that went into Miller's career, maybe this guy wouldn't be so bad. So there you have it. You know what? That's my excuse for this guy. So I'll leave it at that.
Well, personally, I'd probably give him a voucher for the hotel and everything, like $25 voucher. I mean, he has to. You know what I'm saying?
God damn.
Hey, yo, what's next? He's like, all right, okay, fuck. Here's this coupon for $15 off a steak dinner.
And I'll be like, I don't want to hear some more shit. Else you're gonna pay for that room that you're staying in.
Oh man. What are you gonna drive him home or is he gonna get the Uber?
You know, fly on Spirit back to wherever you came from. You know, back to
the damn deepest, darkest barn, wherever those boxing skills crawled from.
Yeah, I'll give him a card. Like, listen, when you get to like 25-1, you know, and you look like you've improved, just give us a call. We may use you as another opening bout body.
Oh, shit. He's opening body. I mean, bout.
Oh man. Well, hey, but I mean, that's just. I mean, granted, that's probably a minor upset, you know. But hey, it's the theme. Which
it was also a little feel-good story. You know, he had they try to pull out your heartstrings early on these top rank cards. You know, last time they had like the substitute teacher, or they had the teacher, preschool teacher or something.
Word.
He knocked the guy out, so they.
Yeah, they tug at your heart, so you know, okay, because they got to sell the product, man.
Yeah, you can always sell a jobber with a story.
Yeah, you can. And especially this one in our main event. Well, technically, this person in our main event is not really a jobber, but he is.
They probably try to treat him that way.
Yeah, that's also facts too. Joshua
Franco, jobber to the star level. That's what they like. Yeah, I think he's kind of worn out from that trilogy on the zone. Yeah. Let's go pull the trigger on this one. Let's win this fight.
Yeah, and I think Moloney is one of the top ranks. I mean, quote unquote champions. Like I said before, Moloney is a regular.
Interim GameStop champ.
Yeah,
nah. You're right. You know, but I mean,
belt, the Marshall's belt, the Winn-Dixie Championship, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, but yeah, top rank though, they were thinking, oh, it's the first title fight. I'm like, yeah, they were milking the fuck out of that shit. You know, like you could probably play a drinking game with how many times they mention that shit.
Top rank kill these drinking games. They got the Furies, the lineal champion drinking game.
Or Drake. How many times they show the damn footage of Fury sending Wilder to the bushes? You know.
Oh man.
Yeah. Or how many times they mentioned that fight? Never mind showing it. Mentioning that fight. You know, it's Top Rank likes to beat you over the head with some shit sometimes.
The other drinking game they got is it's a guest feature drinking game. It's one where Max Kellerman has to ask Ward during a Kovalev telecast how many times Ward destroyed his mind mentally in the fight. You get lit if you play that game. Not as lit as the PBC drinking game where you count how many headbutts Sean Porter gonna initiate. That's always a classic, but yeah.
Oh man, but this fight though on paper, I mean, it was a good fight on paper and it lived up to it. It was a fantastic, bloody fight, and this was Moloney's American debut too, which was even more. He had his regular title, his GameStop title, and it was American debut. And it was a hell of a fight, though. I mean, it was close. I mean, to me, it was close, maybe the first 7 rounds or so.
And then Franco just took over.
Yeah, Franco. I think Franco developed because after the fights with Oscar Negrete, I think he developed his tank. And he tapped into it and beat the shit out of Moloney. Like it wasn't even cuts over.
By the 4th round came. it's like he started kind of asserting himself even more, and it's like, okay, like even started feeling the momentum shift in the fourth.
Yeah, and
So
then
when the seventh came, it was like almost a wrap at that point.
yeah, and Moloney kept on coming forward though. But honestly, in the 11th round where a knockdown happened, like where Franco like hit him with like 4 or 5 punch combinations, you know, and Dude went to the chaos. I thought the referee should have called it off.
Yeah, I thought it was done too.
Yeah, I was like, you know, and then but he let him out for the 12th round, you know, and Franco was like still punching him around a little bit. Moloney, he tried to hold and shit like that, but I don't think he had enough in his gas because I thought he thought he could outlast him. But
yeah, Moloney was throwing some hard shots in the first half of the fight. Like he was trying to tee off and end that shit.
He was getting some work in the first half of the fight, and then it was a tale of two halves. Then he became a card carrying back foot boxing member.
Yeah.
Because Franco is like Franco kind of took his best shit and dished it back out harder, like he was Bishop.
Yeah, facts.
Like he really was he was able to. And the thing is, he wasn't getting blown out in the first half, so he was staying competitive. It's like he was fighting the way you want to see Danny Garcia fight.
Yeah. You know, it basically
stay competitive without somebody outworking the hell out of you, but still beat them up and then stop them type shit.
Exactly. Instead of relying on maybe one punch to try to get you out of there.
Yeah. And I'm a Swift fan, so you know, I would just be honest. But yeah, Franco had a good game plan. He worked the body. He had a lot of great uppercuts. These hooks, like. It was just one of those just up and down ass whoopings, man. Like,
yeah,
it's hard to say. It's different. It's hard to say a fight's an ass whooping when the fight start out competitive and half the fight's good.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
by the end of the fight, you felt like you saw a different fight.
Yeah, the second half of the fight looked like an ass whooping.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, Moloney was all fucked up in the game, man. Like that dude was just severely beaten up too. And I'm thinking to myself, so I was like, this is, and I was like, yeah, he got it. You know, I was like, and then when you hear the scores read, you know, yeah, and this is another thing with the Vegas judges on these damn shows, man. It's been fucked up. You know, you had Julie Letterman, who's notorious for her scores. You know, scores fight 115-112, which is a respectable score. That's a good score. And then you have Dave Moretti and Patricia Jarman with their 114-113s, which pretty much means the knockdown.
Yeah, they were trying to give the fight away to the other dude.
You know, like my rule of thumb is, you know where you fucked up when Julie Letterman has the best scorecard of the three of you.
Right.
You know everybody else fucked up.
Yeah, because that wasn't no down the wire, could go either way type of fight. Like, this wasn't this wasn't Spence Porter, this wasn't Golovkin, Derevyanchenko, where a knockdown made the difference because these niggas was all they could handle. Nah, this was like a pretty definitive ass whooping and a knockdown.
Yeah, it was a competitive fight that, you know, that someone broke away and showed a level. And, you know,
it was Badu Jack and what's that dude? It was Badu Jack and DeGale without getting knocked down.
Word.
The second half came, he just boom, ass whooping.
I'm surprised Franco didn't stop him because I really thought he was going to stop him.
A different referee might have stopped it though.
Exactly, and I was thinking that was coming. I was like, there's no way because Moloney was getting these
refs from the school of Steve Smoger and Frank Cappuccino and
word.
Yeah, well, I think Arthur McKenty was another one who you would get your ass with. Like the fight was definitive as fuck.
He'd still let you just get your ass whooped.
Like, yeah. He's not coming back from this one. Yeah, we could stop it. Like, ain't no one's gonna say, yeah, man, ref should have stopped it. Like, shit, that ref will come to your house and start a fight then. Like, you know what? I got this nigga outside. You talking about I stopped it too early. He'd be in the house like, Daddy, no, it's okay. Oh, man. Come on, the zone. I'm giving y'all niggas like skits now.
I'm saying, this is all good shit right here.
Yeah, just imagine somebody talking about you just have a fighter always complaining about getting stopped early, and then it's like you have a referee just make it definitive as fuck. The dude try to complain later, and the ref and the fighter back out is outside his house. Like, nah, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, kudos to Franco for winning the GameStop title, and most likely taking that title back to the zone, where of course where the Alexa Chocolatito actually resides. So,
he was the fight Chocolatito. Damn.
And the funny thing is too, because Moloney had to win, or because Moloney was the mandatory for Chocolatito, like he was gonna have to face Chocolatito like soon. But because of that happening, so Chocolatito was actually free to actually pursue like a unification first before going after like a Franco.
Estrada.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be a good fight. I don't think it's happening though soon. I mean, I'm trying to look at the rankings and see what would be a feasible fight otherwise. I just don't see that happening. Chocolatito.
What fight happening? Franco and Chocolatito?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Estrada fight is probably gonna happen first.
Yeah.
For Franco, maybe he could fight. Hold up. Is Quadra still at 115?
Yeah, they all are. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Did Quadra fight recently?
I was just gonna say I don't remember the last time he fought.
Yeah, like
I feel like Franco and Quadras is a good fight.
That is. But Quadros kind of fell off though. That's what I'm saying. Like, is he back? Like, if you're trying to give Franco a name fighter that he could beat, and you're trying to not milk it, but just give him a good fight, a good, solid defense.
Yeah, the last time Quadros was he fought, he was on the Fury Otto Wallin card.
Oh damn!
Did he lose then?
He almost lost. Yeah,
almost lost. Yeah, he didn't look good. Yeah, I remember something.
Cause he lost. He won a majority decision, but he only he won on two of the cards. Like he didn't look.
Yeah, like it was a little engine that think he could, or some type of performance.
Yeah. Quadras is declining. Like I mean, he's declining fast. So. I mean, I'm pretty sure the WA will probably do some shit, but I mean, Franco obviously he does. I mean, if Chocolatito actually gets by Estrada and gets unified, then most likely Franco will probably be next after that.
And back to the drawing board for Moloney right now.
Moloney was all I remember too. It's like, why is the camera showing him with his head down? Just the point, like his face was like he knew he lost and he fucked up. But then afterward, you heard that he was throwing up all over the place. And like that, and he was like dizzy, and like, oh crap, this guy has a brain bleed.
Yeah, he had busted eardrums.
Two of them, like I never heard.
Two of them, yeah, you're right. He did say busted eardrums. Yeah, because you know what? When they had him on the fucking on Thursday, when you seen him again, it's like his face was still looking beat up.
Yeah,
like, jeez.
Yeah, like Franco beat the hell out of him. Like, luckily,
and this is with punches. This wasn't no like. It's different. This wasn't like Ricky Hatton Costa Zoo, where it was one of those all-around beatings where headbutts, clinches, grapples, punches.
Too. I heard he was puking.
Yeah, he was puking. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I hope, because usually when you see that, it's like you think of that Tedeschi fight from last year. Like brain blades, like maybe, or he had something like. It was bad. Like,
it was just straight up punching. It was just fisticuffs did that. Just repeatedly, wow.
Pretty much is, So luckily, it's just busted eardrums. 2 busted eardrums in that fight. My goodness, like how I don't know how he actually stood up. If he get.
Maybe it's gonna hurt him in the long run going on that final round.
I know probably one of the few boxing injuries I know I ever picked up from someone was getting punched in my ear, again eardrum I thought was busted, because you don't feel right. Like you get out of that ring, either everything's like feels like it's hollow, or you feel like you have a little problem with your balance. but you know, it's not a good feeling. You know, I think it took me a couple of days for my ears to get back to normal. You know, so I was like, I already knew. Like,
I would never know how that feel. The only thing I've ever had was like, you ever get like a cut on the ear, like a slash or something?
That's kind of annoying. Yeah, I've had a cut on the top of my ear. It's fucking annoying.
Like if you have it like on the inside, like on the little.
Yeah, any water that gets into it, it like stings like times 100.
Swear, but just anytime you touch, oh my goodness, the damn cut in the ear is like the most annoying fucking cut, bro.
And I think I know like the guy that I remember that gave it to me, like he could crack like dude hit me with headshots, like clean headshots, and he was wobbling me. I was like, this dude has some different power.
God damn.
Like, I mean,
no wonder you don't want it.
Nigga, what? Yeah.
All them quick hands ain't saving you. What's happening?
Well, shit. Like, I mean, I felt someone who was actually rocking me with some shit. Like, boom. Like, I mean,
damn. So, Bane, you met your Thanos that day.
Yeah. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes some niggas like have the punches affect you a different way. Mine was I got out of that sparring session. My ear was fucked up. My hair was a little fucked up. It was a wicked thing.
What
man.
was fucked up on him? Like, I hope you threw a couch at him or something. Like, I mean,
nigga, nigga, that was like 215 pound me. That was not that wasn't a bulked up. Where that was 250 pounds. That was lean. This
nigga said like he said, you know what? This was slim Anthony Joshua. This wasn't my bulked up Anthony Joshua. Like, motherfucker, you still big? Like, the fuck are you?
Like I said, and he wasn't my weight though. I mean, it was someone that was actually a little less that was way less than me. He was fucking cracked.
Oh damn! You shouldn't have told me that. Oh.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a guy my size. I mentioned this before. Like the hardest person that hit me was like fucking 170 fucking pounds.
Yeah, ear injuries do suck though. Now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
I don't want to be hit there.
Yeah, you don't. It's brutal. Yeah, I know Moloney was probably sitting there when he watched his first brother fight. Right, he was all fucked up. Right?
Probably even worse than because the worst I've taken was like you ever get the cut like right under your hairline. That shit is the worst. Like shit leaks. You like anytime you get
who jabbed your fucking face off, bro?
It was a headbutt. Yeah.
Oh God.
Not fun.
Yeah.
Damn, you know I boxed so long in my life and I've never been headbutt.
I've been headbutt like the 2 times that I went that I didn't use any headgear, fucking around, and I got headbutted. Like,
how close were you? Like, what the fuck are y'all niggas doing? Like, I don't even try to like, bruh. Like, god damn.
Because niggas was getting rough and rugged on the inside, so I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm not gonna fucking back up. I'm gonna hold you back, and then the nigga comes up and we like clash. One of the niggas was a southpaw, so yeah.
Ugh, this just sounds like some just horrible sparring matchmaking. Who from Top Rank was there? What the fuck is going on? The nigga said, okay, look, we gonna have a inside fighter who's a southpaw against a back foot boxer with a heart. It's gonna be aggressive tonight. Y'all niggas had a brawl.
Oh man, but yeah, no, it was ear injuries suck though, but yeah, you gotta give Franco's credit. Like I said, Franco, because those 3 fights gave him the experience he needed to actually fight like that. And
that's why sometimes you can't be steering and maneuvering like it's fucking pole position for Atari with these goddamn careers and trying to maneuver niggas away from punchers.
Glitch.
Yeah. So yeah, Top Rank, lost another top prospect, unfortunately, on national team. Although he gave a good account of himself.
Yeah, he has nothing to be ashamed of. Like, nah, I don't want to. I'm not shitting on dude. He put up a real good fight.
Yeah, it was a good. It wasn't nothing to shit on. It was a good fight.
Yeah, And I don't think we was even shitting on him. It's just, he lost.
Yeah,
It was a great fight.
He could bounce back.
Yeah. I just hope he don't have nothing too serious with the injuries.
Yeah, I like his brother more though. I gotta say that, but
Yeah.
both good.
Yeah, no. Speaking of his brother, I mean, his brother was the main event for the card on Thursday. Jason Moloney.
Oh, you know what? I wanted to fucking say this before you said it. Do you see a rematch happening with Franco and Moloney?
It could actually. It could.
Because they did mention that he was saying, I'm hoping I get the rematch.
But I think. Let me put it like this. I think it could be a rematch, but I don't think it's a rematch right away.
Yeah,
I can respect that. Yeah, I can fuck with that.
Like I said, that's why I said like what you could do is you could have, while Chocolatito is fighting whoever he's gonna fight, which most likely Estrada, you could have Franco fight, I guess somebody in between then before before Moloney gets his rematch afterwards. So I'm saying like a and not even even if not a quadra, like a McWilliams Arroyo or somebody, and then.
Gotcha. Yeah. I fucks with that plan. Yeah, and that allow Franco to get a title defense in, and so Moloney, I fucks with that.
I wouldn't have Moloney rematch him right away after the beating he took. Nah,
that with no two busted eardrums.
Yeah, no, you gotta match him a little soft, So
Top rank.
Yeah.
Don't make the same Oscar Valdez mistakes, please.
Yeah, exactly.
No, yeah, just throw him in there. A voluntary title defense from Chocolatito.
Yeah, because
I want Estrada. Yeah, I want Estrada. Get him down here. Like, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I just had to say that. I mean, we could go to the brother fight now. My bad.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, because that Andrew Moloney's too tough for his own fucking good. So